The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.
Let's go to the phone lines. Aaron, thank you so much for being a part of Freedom Friday today. What's on your mind, my man?
Aaron, thanks for having me on the show. I'm a first-time caller. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Couple quick questions for you, okay? And I'll be quick. Number one, do you know who Douglas Voigt is? Are you familiar with him? I'd like to hear your comments on some of the filings that he's done, what you know about him. And
yes, I do.
Is there any validity to what he is talking about? I've read up quite a bit on it. Another question is this. I've been listening to the show for a while now. I've listened to a lot of the podcasts. And you said on numerous occasions, and you've qualified regarding Mike Zullo, the investigation, et cetera, if this does not come out. Now, my question to you is this. If this is as large as what the implications are to this, under what set of if you can even say, maybe you can't even say.
Whatever I can say, I will say.
Okay, under what circumstances, with something with the implications being as large as they are, how is it possible that nothing would come of this?
Yeah.
So if you can answer those two questions, I'd greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, I will. Would you like to stay on the air and chat with me, or do you want to hang up and listen?
Oh, no, absolutely, yeah.
Okay,
excellent.
all right, good. We've only got about 5 minutes, but let me get this going. All right, your first question, Doug Voigt. I do not know the man personally, and early on during the birth certificate controversy, I did follow him and watched with interest his findings and disclosures. Now, in the meantime, of course, you know that I'm very involved with and very connected to Mike Zullo and the Cold Case Posse and Sheriff Arpaio and all their investigations. And you do remember now that this investigation has taken a deeper turn. I mean, the birth certificate issue is settled. I can tell you that. I can promise you that, Aaron, and that's going to be a part of the disclosure. It is a 1,000% fraud. We do not have a legitimate birth certificate on the man in the White House. No one does. No one does, okay? But the investigation has taken a deeper turn. Now, in the meantime, Doug Voigt has gone forward with his stuff, and I'm going to tell you what Mike Zullo has said. Now, I'm not going to give you the intimate details of what he shared with me, but I'm going to tell you what he has said publicly, what he said on P.P. Simmons, what he said on Freedom Friday, what he has said on other radio programs about this. Doug Voigt's information at this point is rather erroneous. Now, I don't know all the details. It could be, and if Doug Voigt's listening right now, I don't want him getting furious with me. I'm just saying what Mike Zullo and Arpaio are saying. It could be that some of the stuff that Doug Voigt has is factual, but overall, it is not valuable to this investigation because of what Zullo and Arpaio now know. Does that help you?
I was looking for something. Yeah.
So that's it. I'm not trashing the man. I think Doug Voigt is a patriot. I think he loves his country. I think he's ready to get something done on this. But Zullo and Arpaio are so deep in this now, and they've discovered so much, and they've gotten so much hard copy evidence and so much other stuff that I'm not allowed to tell you, that they now know that most of the stuff that Doug Voigt is proffering is just not factual. And that's cool. I mean, that's okay, except Doug Voigt is jumping up and down screaming that it is, but he doesn't know what Arpaio and Zullo know. So that's it. So I'm not trashing the man. I'm just saying I'm just answering your question.
Okay, part one. Now part two is the other question.
All right, part two is forward, that nothing will be done. Well, let me say this. Anything's possible in life, but knowing what I now know and talking to Mike Zullo, I believe, and I can't promise you this, Aaron, but your name's Aaron, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I can't.
As far as you know.
Yeah, as far as I know. Yeah. But I cannot promise you this, Aaron. But from everything I know, when this breaks, and Mike Zullo is on record in WND saying that it was going to break around March. Now, that could change because as evidence piles and as the thing ebbs back and forward, it might be April, it might be June, it might be February. But he basically set a date of March publicly. When it breaks, knowing what I know, It is so monumentally huge. In fact, Mike Zullo's words were universe-shattering. I don't think it's going to be ignored. It's going to be pounced on by the American people, probably by much of the media, and if not American media, it will be pounced on by world media because it's so deep, it's so dark, it's so unthinkable, it's so outrageous, but they have hard copy documented evidence that it is fact. So when it breaks, I think it will not be ignored. That's my best estimate.
Can I add a couple things?
Yeah, you've got 15 seconds. Go ahead.
All right, really quickly. There's a concerted effort on somebody's part. I'm seeing almost every day now. I'm seeing things on Facebook with regards to birth certificates. So it seems like something is building. I'm hoping
it is.
And the other thing, real quick, I know you got a big concern.
We got 2 minutes. Hard break. 2 seconds. Hard break.
Vote out John Boehner. Get rid of him.
I hear you, Aaron, and there's a concerted effort towards that. John Boehner is useless. He's a Trojan horse. He is not a conservative. He is not a friend to constitutional-loving Americans, and I appreciate it. Aaron, thank you for the call. Thank you for listening. Keep listening. You're going to hear stuff here that you will not hear anywhere else, and we'll back it up with fact. God bless you, folks. You're listening to Carl Gallups on this Freedom Friday. We'll be right back with Mike Shoesmith after this brief timeout. Don't go anywhere.
The only people who don't want to disclose the truth are people with something to hide.